Good evening. And this is a sample recording demonstrating how a video lecture could be used to teach the 6 musical elements. Now, if I was using this for my own flipped classroom, I would create them in series, where each musical element would get a short 5 to 10 minute video. However, I would make sure to start it with kind of an overview lecture, just briefly covering each of the main musical elements so that the students kind of have an idea of what they're going to start to uncover as they progress through the series. To start off with, we've got the 6 musical elements, and those are medium, form, melody, rhythm, texture, and expressive elements. Now with the medium, we're looking at specifically what the performing ensemble is. And in classical music, we're looking at either vocal music, instrumental music, or mixed, where there's instrumental music with vocals. And not only that, but we also have to worry about the size of those ensembles as well. So you can either have a solo performance, you could also have a small group, which would be called a chamber performance, or a large group with the vocal, that would be a chorus, with the instrumental, that'd be a band or an orchestra. Secondly, we'll look at the form of a piece. And form basically just means the structure of the piece. Basically, everything falls onto a continuum between everything repeating exactly the same way every time or never repeating. And there's lots of other things in there, but we can start to look into more detail at those other musical forms on the form video. Next, we'll look at melody, and melody is it's the pattern of rhythms and pitches that are kind of placed in the musical foreground. That's the stuff that when you walk away from a recording that you hum. Next, we'll look at rhythm, and that's basically how music is placed into time, how it's organized into time. And rhythm has tons and tons of terms that they would have to learn, including beat, pulse, measure, tempo. A lot of students understand what rhythm is, but they might not understand that there's a lot of terminology they need to know, and it'll be good to devote an entire video to just rhythm so that I can give attention to that. Texture is more when 2 or more sounds are combined, whether 2 soloists are just playing at the same time and they happen to be combining, or whether you have a choir where it's very much intended for 4 voices to be singing 4 different notes all simultaneously. Expressive elements create change in music that's not necessarily related to pitch, rhythm, or timbre, which is a French word meaning the sound of music. Dynamics are a big expressive element. Articulations, how you create a sound. A violin sounds very differently if it's bowing or if it's being plucked. And that will change the articulation that we're looking at. And those are some basic expressive elements that anyone in a performing ensemble should be expected to know. So basically, that's the 6 musical elements, and also that's some of my reasoning as to why I would use a flipped classroom to teach this. So thank you.